We were out doing a walk along the river, and we were just talking about how Anya is visiting another round of visits for the podcast, and we were just talking about the amazing experience of when you spend time around people that are in like vibration and thoughts and beliefs and all of that, how you can experience so many synchronicities and ahas. And so we're just going to talk about a few of the ones we've experienced in the last couple days. Mm-hmm. We've had lots of angel numbers appearing and pulling of cards on topics that we've just been discussing.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah, I feel like you feel that energy that kind of pulling you toward each other, and you kind of like this unseen forces, and you feel like, oh, feels like home. Feels like you understand each other in a different level, and the connection is not just even like without words. You feel the presence of your vibration, and it's similar to mine.
Yes,
and it's kind of like
it feels easy,
and feel free. You can talk about
everything.
Let you talk and bring your all this, your what you're going through, your life experiences, and what you struggle. You can freely share with this person who is understanding you.
Yes.
And when we start to talk about some stuff, I feel like so much similar stuff.
Yes.
We are going through and experiencing in the same time, and kind of like
how we realize that even when we're not spending a lot of time together physically, that we're often learning same lessons or getting the same kind of signs or synchronicities, or like birds visiting and bring us similar messages.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was amazing because I feel like lately you find your circle of the similar souls.
Yes.
And you kind of feel like you don't need to do any effort, any work. You just need to relax and feel the pull towards each other, like a
pay attention to that kind of, I'm feeling drawn to this person, like paying attention to those signs. Because they usually mean something. Paying attention to those little signs, like maybe your body, you feel like, I kind of want to go over and sit near that person, or maybe something about their appearance intrigues you, or something they're wearing, or just the sound of their laughter, something you just feel drawn to them. Can be a really good hint there's someone in your tribe.
And it was interesting because when you talk, I feel like you're like such a moving force have inside. And I feel like I'm more calm. And I feel like, but it's good to be around your energy, because it's so like what I kind of like feel like I don't have. And I feel like, but I value myself. I feel like I am being my true self, and I'm enjoying. I love myself, but I feel also the difference between. It's still like there's
still a connection, even though we're so different.
Exactly.
And you think about that someone like me who maybe comes through with a lot of intense energy and movement.
Exactly.
I need that kind of contact, and I do actually draw a ton of people into my life that are more calm and grounded people. So obviously we often attracting what we need more of. I do think there's an important part of connection and community that sometimes we have been missing in recent years, especially with electronics and phones and things. And I do think there's also something to be said for in person, and I'm thankful for things like Zoom, so we can stay in touch and do things like our manifesting calls. But at the same time, I do think when you're in person, there's a different opportunity to really get in that person's energy and experience them and just have a special connection. And it just feels like the energy magnifies when it's in person.
Yeah, it's very different, but also I feel like this technology is so serves us such a great deal lately, because we can connect even like with people around the world, and like keeping doing the meetings together help us to grow, connect, and support each other. And in a different way, I feel like when you're in person, you connected like completely different on completely different level with the person.
Yeah.
And when I am with you, I felt like so understood, so supported, and I felt like I want to embrace you. I want to I want to kind of like you and help you to develop and be like in your bloom, help you like grow and just flourish. And I feel like I want
that's
to,
so
like,
beautiful.
I want to do this.
I receive that.
Yeah, and like why it's so different, and also I think this energy sometimes it's hard to say everything that you want to say in a video call, and when you're here, it's kind of like you're more, I don't know, free
Yes.
to talk and deliver the
In
message.
person,
Yeah, in
it could
person.
be easier.
Yeah, and express, because you can do your body moves, your like
Yeah.
see your kind of like face impression.
Yes.
Better, closer.
Yeah, you can express and
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's awesome. I like it. I like to be more in person,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like it's so special for me. It's so helpful. It's so important.
Yes.
Also to be in person and connect to people in person.
Yeah.
It's
I definitely think there's that we can forget how important it is. I think we can forget like how much we get out of being a community. And you think back hundreds of years, your life depended on being surrounded and inside of a community or a tribe. And we're wired for that. And we grow best when we're in community and in relationship. And so, big bug. You saying like that you want to help see me bloom and things like that, and I need to receive that, just like I see you and watching you connect and like put pieces together and seeing how you're figuring out how to work in the spiritual realm, and like seeing your joy and watching you process life and experience life, and even grief, or things like how you're still choosing joy in your life. And I think that's super powerful. And so that's, we need people in our lives that show us another way to be.
that is possible.
Yeah.
I think for me, I am very happy that I am learning so much, and I am able to see and connect all my experiences I went through. I kind of like let them feel in my heart, not ignore them, but accept them and fill them with love. Everything that I would say, I feel grief. I said, okay, I know it's how it feels, but I bless this feeling. I kind of cherish these feelings, because without that, I probably don't know what is a true love is, what is love in such a deep level is.
Yes.
That I never be able to experience that without having
Yes.
this very deep grief and loss in my life.
Yes, and this reminds me of yesterday. You were meditating and you opened your eyes and shared with me what I feel is a very profound thing. Can I share? It was that we go into the darkness to experience our own light. And I was blown away by that. And for me, it was about how we were talking earlier about how often when we're in a dark place, we're looking around outside of us to find the light and the fix or the soothing or the way to not feel the darkness or the heaviness or the pain or the grief. And we were talking about like, if you're in the dark, it's your opportunity to find that light inside you and going within and finding that space of love and joy that's there in all experiences, and how that's actually an opportunity to sit with that and find it inside us. I was like, it just really hit me hard that like, how am I ever going to know what my own light looks like if I don't allow myself to experience dark, set, whatever. So I loved that you shared that with me.
Yeah, I kind of like very great. Maybe it's weird to say, but I'm very grateful for all my life experiences I got.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everything.
Yeah.
And my heart just feels this love and understanding for everyone. Like I will feel like, okay, I know I feel you because I know how it feels to be in that darkness, in that spot, and in that struggle. But acceptance, understanding, compassion, I feel like all this got into me when I allowed myself to tap inward, inside, and find that everything is inside if we are allowing to look deep and feel that self and be kind of like warm or present and allow yourself be vulnerable, be feeling these feelings.
Yeah.
And then
It takes courage to be that vulnerable. Yeah.
Yes, and allow yourself to feel this love also.
Yeah.
It has such a beautiful transformation. For me, it was a beautiful life.
Yeah. So allowing ourselves to feel that grief or heavy feelings and embracing that as well, as a space to really dig in and like find our own light. And can we find love inside our hearts even in the midst of pain?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't give that up?
No, I would say I allowed my heart to be broken in so many pieces, so many cracks. And through those cracks, the light started to shine.
The light came into the cracks.
Yes, and I was like, something glowing there, something there that I never thought I have or I never discovered before. And then I realized this warm feeling, this warm, loving feeling. And after that, I started to feel that joyful feelings. I also discovered I have this joy inside that kind of helped me to push through, to be like, find joy in so many different things around. And I was like, what is this? What's going on? I was surprised also like by what I was going through, what is happening with me. Yeah. And I would say it's very magical. And I just tried to be fully present and enjoy these things. All this was what were moving inside. Yeah. And kind of crystallized inside, or I don't know, start to glow bigger and bigger and bigger. Yes. And then I thought, I have so much I can hold inside. I need to let it out. I need to
express it.
Yeah, I need to let other people see it. I have so much joy. I have so much joy to share with everybody. I have enough, to share and for myself. That kind of like I see that need. Yeah. And then slowly I allowed myself to do that. So right now I feel like I am not holding anything inside.
You're allowing life to flow through you and experiences to flow through you and emotions to flow through you, and then we get to join with other people and we're getting to experience these cool synchronicities, like two hawks in the sky over there playing.
Oh yeah, I see.
Nice. We've just had so many things because I think we've been letting ourselves just experience it. Like you weren't even sure you were going to come, and then you're like, I'm just going to go and see what happens. And then there's been so many amazing things that have happened since you guys arrived that feel like, you listened to that kind of urge or just knowing, and stayed open to how things were going to go that didn't have to be a certain way. And then poof, you have all these amazing experiences that bring you joy and connection.
Yes, and you start to see a lot of like connection, synchronicity, like you're pushed to different connections that you never thought you will want it or able to have. And yeah, you're just kind of like surprised and to learn about yourself, like you kind of self on a path, self-learning and self-discovery when you allowed this, and you open for that, and you let yourself to feel worthy, to feel all of that and have all of that. And so, I never thought I have so much joy. I never thought I have so much love. I just, all I have is love. All I have is the joy and happiness and peace and all these amazing feelings that I'm just surprised by myself. I surprised myself.
Right? It is surprising. I don't think most people would be like, oh, hey, I've come through the deepest grief of my life.
Yeah.
And there might be the biggest joy and love on the other side. Like, I don't think when we're in the midst of really hard change and grief and loss and pain, it's really hard to go, oh, there's probably going to be joy and hope and love again and connection again. It's really hard to see that sometimes. And I think the thing I took away from us talking was like, oh yeah, I have to go into that dark. I have to go into my feelings. You can't run away from them. They will wait for you to deal with them. And so I need to go inside to find the light, because going outside of me to what's other people, things that might temporarily make me feel better, are still not releasing and processing and letting emotions flow through so I can get back to the joy and the light.
Yeah, I found out that you will not find that outside. It's not something you can get from outside. And at first time when I start to feel this glimpse of joy, I was talking to myself, what is to be joyful about? You have to go through all this pain, losing your late husband to suicide 12 years ago, losing your only son to suicide, like also like 10 years after that. And it's so heartbreaking and so like so painful to process. What, you are not worthy to feel this, joy, because like it's so much pain, nothing to like be joyful around.
Yeah.
Everything that
everything feels painful.
Yeah, that you were like hold on to, everything that meant so much for you, it's taken from you. And how you can like be joyful about that and appreciate all of this, like, and still find something to be grateful for in your life. And then inside voice will talk and it get more louder and louder, and that no, I see, I know the joy, I know this feeling,
it's true to you,
it's true to me. And I think, okay, this is, I know the dark side of this, but I also see a white light side of this. And I choosing to follow this.
Choose to follow that truth and let that be louder.
Yes, and
than
allow
the dark
to speak louder. It was amazing because I have to be so quiet to listen to that, because at first it was just very, very quiet whispers and very like scared, hard to like accept that, and like, but I got more comfortable over the time, and allowing myself to listen to that voice and feel those feelings and accept them and open my arms and just welcome everything,
all of it.
Yes, and feel that all that are like all those positive loving feelings that I kind of like feel it's was meant for me to heal and to transform and move forward. And I did not block them. I was like
I'll have that too. I'll take
Yes,
I'll take
I am
some of that.
taking- Yes,
Yep.
I am taking that. I know I might be crazy, but it's crazy good, you know.
Yeah. Well, we have the ability, even in the hardest times of our life, we have the ability to choose what we assign the meaning of it. We get to choose how we respond to the feelings we're having. We get to choose how we interpret it and feel, and we get to choose how long we hang on to it, or whether we let it move through us, or we can choose to hang on to it and stay in it. So even when we feel the most helpless and like we can't change our situation or fearful, we always have choice, and there's power in knowing we have choice, even if it's that you get the choice of how to respond in moment to moment living. Like, you know, we were driving today and somebody was driving fairly aggressively, and I was like, ooh, he must have to poop because I could be irritated that, you know, he almost hit me, or I could be like, ooh, something's wrong there. There must be something going on for him. And I used to get really mad, and that has made it more easy for me to go, oh, I don't have to assign that he was just being a jerk to me, where I did before. So it's even the small stuff that, like, moment to moment, and then those little moments I feel add up to the entirety of my day, which adds up to my week, which adds up to my month, adds to my overall life. So what is the overall? I want to be choosing more the joy and trying to assign higher meaning stuff as much as I can. And it's always a process and a practice, but we do have choice.
Yeah.
Even in the hardest times, I think. And
Yeah.
it's hard to remember that sometimes.
Yeah, and for me, I would not say, oh, I don't have these feelings or those waves of grief coming. Sometimes they come back, and it's, for me, I would say, don't want to stay in this for a long time. I just always, when it hits me again, I remember that joyful feelings, and I kind of like, oh, I know it feels emotional now. I feel like I miss my son so much. I want to give him a hug. I want to be him like here right now. But then also I felt like those joyful and loving feelings that I have for him, and as they kind of like they move me from that stage to a higher place where I am like feel nothing else, just love.
So you let that maybe sadness of missing him, you feel it and acknowledge it, and then you sound like you quickly go in and choose to attach to something that's loving and feels good and raises up your thoughts and heart and vibration.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a really good thing that people can take in if they're struggling, that, you know, when you're in those moments, like, yes, let yourself feel the feels, but then can you breathe, release, and then can you go to another truth of what is good, what is right, or, you know, what memory can you even go back and go, oh, like I was petting my dog in the sunshine, or this, I saw a beautiful flower today. It could be the beautiful green leaves. I mean, it can be just nature if we're struggling with people. If we're peopling is hard and emotions are hard, like go find some nature and go feel some gratitude that those plants are putting in the stuff we need into the air to breathe. And, you know, like, can you get, sometimes we have to get that granular so that we can find something to feel good about. Do that if you have to, but I love that you're using your power of choice of how you want to respond, and in those moments, it's very powerful. Well, thank you for joining me on another walk and talk. And we just decided we wanted to share like how blessed we have felt spending time together, and how important it is to make sure you take time connecting with other people and share. So thank you.
Time. I am so grateful for all these moments in life.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I want to be present. I want to be, you know, here.
Yes.
Connect in a deeper level and connect for everything, and have appreciation for everything that support us, help us, you know, like to breathe, to enjoy this beauty, and you know, help us grow. And it's amazing to be here in this time and do this life